We expect, because the Fed funds futures show, that there will not be any move in interest rates. They will stand pat. But this will be Jay Powell's first appearance before the cameras since the Trump administration opened a criminal investigation into him and the Fed. Joining us now to get us ready for all of that ahead, U.S. Bank Asset Management Group Senior Investment Strategy Director Rob Haworth. Rob, what are you going to be focusing on most, and what do you think investors should watch?
Yeah, I think for the next week, it is just those two things you mentioned. One, we need to look into artificial intelligence earnings for those mega cap companies. Are we going to see that the investment cycle continues to grow? And is that leading into another transition into maybe other sectors like healthcare? And then two, what is the Fed thinking? What are they saying? What are they really evaluating, right? We know expectations are for no change. There's probably going to be two over the course of the year. When we finished last year at the December meeting, they indicated they were a little cautious about the labor market. They thought inflation was on the right track. The news we've gotten since is labor market's maybe a little better, inflation's maybe a little hotter. What are they really going to say after this, right? What are they really going to be focusing on as we get into the rest of the year? I think that's so important on Wednesday.
The consumer has remained the anchor of U.S. growth. And today we got final University of Michigan consumer sentiment for the month of January. It actually surprised to the upside, came in at 56.4 versus 54. That's a 5-month high. So what consumer names with your more than $545 billion in assets under management have you been looking at? What areas of the consumer do you think still continue to hold up this year?
Well, the news we got from the airlines this week was certainly constructive. It certainly tells us the consumer is out there still spending, looking to travel. I think secondarily, we're going to look towards the big box retailers. They continue to do well and have good earnings surprises. So it really looks like this consumer has enough money. They have jobs. We're hearing that from the unemployment data and from the weekly jobless claims data. And they continue to spend on services, but still goods as well. So I think this is still a very solid story across the consumer segment.
Okay. You mentioned healthcare. We get a lot of people, especially at the end of last year, saying, well, healthcare, it's its turn. It's its time. Really hasn't done much. There's a lot of regulatory overhang here. Do you have a belief on how healthcare might perform?
Yeah, we're a little more selective here in healthcare in that, some of the big elements of the sector may have a tougher time. We're really looking at those that can benefit early and quickly from leveraging artificial intelligence in those large language models, whether it's data analysis, process improvements in insurance, things like that, robotics, right? So there are segments of the healthcare market that we think, healthcare sector that we think start to do a lot better because of those benefits. But it's tough to see the whole sector really driving ahead, especially as we've had, kind of mixed performance from some of these large pharmaceutical companies, right? We'd look to be a little more selective there.
Okay, and completely on a different plane. Silver. I bring this up because when we started the show, it had topped $100 per ounce. It is now, just in the past 50 minutes, gaining $102.70. These metal runs, that's a record, obviously. Gold is at a record. Do you guys over there, are you looking at metals in any way, shape, or form for the average portfolio?
Yeah, we have to pay attention to them, but we're not yet at this moment. This has been such a strong run.
Yeah.
They're running a little far away from fundamentals, and I think the question is, what's really going to keep driving them? Is it that global central banks are going to buy a lot more gold ahead, or right now is it just speculators trying to get in on what's been a very strong trend? And I think that's where we're not clear, right? Where technically these prices are starting to look like they're a little stretched. We'd look more for pullbacks to think about how to maybe get invested if we had a lot of confidence that there was really a solid driver from global central banks adding to their stockpiles, which that's not very clear at this point.
1 minute to go before the closing bell for the entire week. And boy, did we get a lot of news out of Davos, Switzerland, from President Trump, from NATO. Who knows what's going to come from the Supreme Court on the ruling about the legality of the Liberation Day tariffs. This is a big issue, is it not, for you?
Yeah, I mean, certainly we have to keep our eye on geopolitical issues should it start to undermine the fundamentals of this market. But what we're seeing for now is the fundamentals remain strong. As we highlighted earlier, the consumer is in a very good position. Investment in artificial intelligence continues apace. Yes, we have to watch geopolitical risks. The market doesn't love conflict. But if it's short and not persistent, the market can work its way through. And then we have a lot that is supporting this economy as we get later in the year, as we get to
Okay.
tax time. One Big Beautiful Bill Act means some tax refunds for
Refunds.
people that
Yeah.
are really going to help. So
Rob,
there's a lot of good news ahead.
good news ahead.